How Arsenal get the best out of Nicolas Pepe. Having signed him from Lille back in 2019 for a fee of £72 million, making him the Arsenal record signing. So with the price tag and the reputation, the expectation was set very high. But if we are to be brutally honest, yes, he has shown glimpses, but so far we have not seen the best out of Nicolas Pepe. So with that being said, guys, welcome back to your boys channel. Hopefully you guys are doing very well, and let's get into today's video and let's discuss how Arsenal can get the best out of Nicolas Pepe. Here we go. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Bass14 and welcome back to boys channel. This video has been kindly sponsored by the man at OneFootball, and if you don't know what OneFootball is, then it's time to listen up. OneFootball is one of the best apps on the footballing market, and so if you guys would like to stay up to date with team news, transfer news, fixtures, and even some stats regarding your football club, then OneFootball is the app for you. And so do your boys channel a massive gargantuan favor and download the OneFootball app. The links are in the description below. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and smash a like on the video as well. Get in the comments to let me know your own personal thoughts on Nicolas Pepe. But with that being said, guys, let's get into how exactly Arsenal get the best out of Nicolas Pepe. Here are some Arsenal tactics. The first tactic I want to discuss is less structure in the attacks. There is only one word right now to describe the current Arsenal attack, and that is predictable. And for me, the issue right now with Mikel Arteta's system is it's too structured. Of course, when it comes to defending, yes, I want an organised team. Yes, I want structure. That's how you get the best defensive unit. When it comes to going forwards, Mikel is going completely wrong. He has got his attackers under shackles, and right now they're playing in boxes on the pitch, and it's not suiting them. If you cast your minds back to the best Arsenal football we were playing, is when players had freedom going forwards. Whether it's Thierry Henry or Olivier Giroud, freedom comes better attacking football. And so right now, Arsenal only have one way of attacking, and that is literally Aubameyang, and let's just hope for the best. And it is getting boring, it is very predictable, and it is very easy to opposition teams to mark as well. So for me, to get the best out of not just Nicolas Pepe, but the entire attack, Aubameyang, Lacazette, whoever, you need to give the attackers a lot more freedom. Just have a look at the guys at Aston Villa. We saw it firsthand as they embarrassed us, annihilated us, and we saw Ross Barkley and Jack Grealish turn into prime Mesut Ozil and Santi Cazorla, and that's because Dean Smith there has given them some freedom to roam. Yes, of course they have to be organised going backwards and track back and whatever, but going forwards they are playing together, they're having combinations, and they were taking the mick out of Arsenal. And that for me is the first thing Arsenal need to change in their current side. Give the attackers just a bit more freedom. Nicolas Pepe for me is a moments player. He's a player who can provide the match winning moment. He is a match winner on his day. So what Arteta needs to do with him, he needs to give him not only more freedom, but also a bit more trust. And that for me should be a standard at Arsenal. It is the Arsenal way of playing. It was of course the DNA that Father Arsene set for our team. And so for me personally, the first thing that Arteta needs to do is take a leaf out of Arsene Wenger's book, and that's just give your attackers just a bit more freedom and also just a little bit more trust as well. And so let's let our players out of the cage, let them express themselves, let them paint a beautiful picture, and let's see some prime Mikel Arteta football. But yeah, guys, get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on our current Arsenal attack, and what do you think are the best players we can play in terms of getting the most goals and getting some wins on the board. Moving on to the second thing, lads, and that is let's balance the midfield. I said balance, and yes, forget about the bank balance and transfers. We're talking about the players we already have at this club. Right now, Arsenal are playing with one hand tied behind their backs, and that is because if you look at the structure of the midfield, it is all built upon Bukayo Saka, Kieran Tierney, and Aubameyang on the left hand side. There is not a single tactic or a plan of getting that ball to the right hand side and giving the attacks a lot more balance. If you were to go FIFA terms, them man have green links, but if you go to the Arsenal right hand side, forget the yellow links. We not even got red links there, and that comes back to Mikel Arteta. Mikel Arteta needs to put midfielders in place and a plan in place to get the ball to Pepe and Bellerin and whoever is on that right hand side. If you guys are to cast your minds back to before the coronavirus, before the pandemic, we were playing some very good football and we were seeing the best out of Nicolas Pepe, and that's because in those sides you had Dani Ceballos and you had Granit Xhaka. Xhaka would get the ball to the left hand side, so Aubameyang and whoever, and on the right hand side you had man like Dani Ceballos getting the ball to Pepe and to Ozil and to Hector Bellerin, and we saw some very good football. But ever since then, for some reason, Mikel has changed his ways and he has lost that freedom and he's completely lost hold of the right hand side. And so if it is Partey or Ceballos whoever it is, we need a player who is designated a midfielder to get the ball to the right hand side. And so overall, Arteta needs to find a midfield three that balances the attack a lot better. So with that being said, guys, I'm going to throw it to you guys in the comments below. Let me know what is your ideal Arsenal midfield three. Moving on to tactic number 3, and that's playing a designated attacking midfielder. I understand that January is not here. We do not have some sort of time machine to go to January, but what we do have is certain players that could do the job for at least a short term. I'm looking at you, Joseph Willock. I'm looking at you, Emile Smith-Rowe. If you look at Nicolas Pepe, and when he plays his best football, it is in, of course, the Europa League. I understand, yeah, the competition is not as high as the Premier League, but it's also when he has a Willock or someone else next to him that can play off and that can feed him as well. But for example, the games that Pepe has started in the Premier League, he struggles. And why exactly is that? And that's because he doesn't have that Willock to play off, to combine with, to play combinations with, and to have some fun with. For me, the best we've seen of Nicolas Pepe at Arsenal is when he was playing back with a designated attacking midfielder in the Premier League, and that of course was my guy Mesut Ozil. And listen, as much as I want to free my guy Mesut, it's not going to happen, and we need to wake up from this dream. But saying that, a player like Willock has proven in the Europa League that he can play with Pepe and get the best out of Pepe as well. And so that is another massive change that Arteta needs to make his system. Playing a guy, an attacking midfielder that can get the ball and feed my guy Nicolas. My man is hungry, he is starving, forget Deliveroo. We need an attacking midfielder that can provide him with the deliveries, with the football, and then he can have some magic with it. And so guys, get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on who do you think should be the Arsenal attacking midfielder. Forget January, yes, Szoboszlai and Auer, but for now, is it going to be Willock or even Emile Smith-Rowe? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Moving on to the 4th tactic, lads, and that's just simply as play him consistently. Yes, Mikel, you had that right. I'm going to say it one more time because I've said it many times before, but I'll say it again if you haven't heard it. Play him consistently. This is not rocket science, my guys. Forget the price tag, forget the money, forget the value of the player. If you don't play a player consistently enough, playing him the highest level, he is never going to be at his best, especially when you don't have a player like Nicolas Pepe. A player, if you look at it, is a player who's reliant on confidence. Right now, he does not have the trust of the manager, and there's too many games where he deserves to start or needs to start, but he doesn't get the start for some reason whatsoever. Now, I can already see the comments saying, "Wow, this guy was worth £72 million. Surely he's better than that." But listen, lads, I think one of the most underrated things in football is just basic confidence. The prime example for me was when we had Aaron Ramsey at Arsenal. This guy sometimes would turn into prime Zinedine Zidane, and that's when he had confidence, playing his minutes consistently, not injured, and playing some beautiful football. But then when he get injured and he loses confidence, to come back, and this guy could not find a single pass going forwards. And this is exactly the same case with Nicolas Pepe. We know the quality is there, we know he has the ability, but until he plays and we see him play consistent minutes, we are never ever gonna see the best of him. I mean, the fact alone that we are now a year into Project Nicolas Pepe, we've never seen him start more than 4 consecutive Premier League games. That is a shambles. That is a disgrace. And do you know what I'm gonna call Mikel Arteta around this one? That is poor man management. I understand that Mikel is a very good coach, but when it comes to man management so far, I have seen him struggle sometimes. And for me right now, the more we see of Pepe in the Premier League consistently, that is when I'm gonna see a player rise in confidence and overall have some more beautiful scenes. And so you see the glimpses we're seeing right now, the trailers we're getting. I want to see the full movie, and for that, Mikel, you're going to need to play it into place, and let's press the play button and let's have a go at it. I understand that Arteta has learned under a man like Pep Guardiola, but let's take a note out of Father Arsene. Put your arm around the player, tell him, Nicolas, it's going to be alright, and I'm going to trust you, and I know you're the guy for me. And that for me is the biggest thing that Arteta needs to prove in his current Arsenal managerial career. Yes, he can be a great coach on his day, and yes, he can get results, but the best of the best coaches, not just great coaches, they are also great man managers. Right now, Mikel Arteta, if I'm being brutally honest, you are not doing a job on that behalf. And so whether it's having a less structured attack or playing a designated attacking midfield or even more balance in the midfield, it is not going to happen, not going to work until we see the manager believe and trust in my winger, Perez's but FC, Nicolas Pepe. But yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below on Nicolas Pepe and how do you think Mikel Arteta can get the best out of him. All that being said, guys, of course, if you have enjoyed the video, so I'm sure to go down there, smash the likes button, and also do subscribe to the channel if you are new. We're closing in less than 500 away from 30,000 subscribers. Do your boys channel a massive favor and download the OneFootball app. The links are in the description below. Follow all my social media and subscribe to my group channel, The Offsiders. That'd be massively appreciated. The links are in the description below. But all that being said, guys, just end it there and there. In the latest video today, we discussed Nicolas Pepe and how I think Arsenal can get the best out of him. And I'm looking at you, Mikel Arteta. This is your biggest test as a manager, and let's see if you pass. I will see you guys very soon in a bit.